This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, the season of giving is upon us, and we'll let you know how you can help the Salvation Army. Hello, and thanks for spending time with the FYI team. I'm Ken Carroll. Lisa Sugart and Janine Mazurkevich will join us soon. Communities across the country are now battling an epidemic. Heroin is now the drug of choice, and it is a major challenge for law enforcement officials here in our area. Schuylkill County District Attorney Christine Holman has a new strategy to fight back.
I have developed a program called Block It Out, and what that means is we're going to attempt as a group in Schuylkill County to block out heroin one block at a time. I got the idea based on a street in Pottsville that had so many sightings and complaints of drug use. I have a placard that I had asked individuals on this particular street to place in their window. It's not a pretty picture, but then heroin isn't pretty. It's a picture of a man with a baby stroller. There's a heroin needle and a spoon. And most importantly is the Schuylkill County Drug Task Force hotline, 1-800-414-1406. And I will say that all of Schuylkill County's law enforcement is well aware of the growing problem and are out on the streets doing saturation patrols, working hand in hand with each other, trying to curb this problem.
District Attorney Holman, along with Luzerne County DA Stephanie Salavantis and Hazleton Police Chief Frank DeAndrea, will join Sam Lassant Tuesday evening to discuss the heroin epidemic. That special episode will air this evening at 7:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. right here on SSPTV. In other news, Hazleton City Council will meet Tuesday evening. On the agenda, the first reading of the city's 2015 budget. The mayor's proposed spending plan increases property taxes by 26%. That includes a $1 million property tax hike that would pay for 10 additional police officers. It also calls for the reinstatement of a controversial maintenance fee for the stormwater system. Council and the mayor are still at odds over the 2014 budget. Tuesday's meeting is scheduled for 6 p.m. The investigation continues into a stabbing Monday near Whitehaven. It happened just off of 940 in Foster Township. Troopers say the victim was a male in his 30s who was walking when an altercation took place between him and two men. One of the men allegedly stabbed the victim. The victim was taken to the hospital for 2 wounds, which appeared to be minor. 2 people were killed in a crash involving a van and a tractor trailer yesterday. It happened in dense fog just before 8 a.m. Monday at High Ridge Park Road and Keystone Boulevard in Cass Township. The crash claimed the life of 67-year-old James Metzger, a volunteer driver for the Schuylkill County Veterans Affairs Office, who was driving the van, and 73-year-old Elaine Bradley of Tamaqua, a backseat passenger. A front seat passenger, 79-year-old Leonard Valitsky of Monoy City, was listed in critical condition. The driver of the truck was not injured. High Ridge Park Road was closed for several hours to allow for reconstruction of the accident. Every year, the Salvation Army helps people have a Merry Christmas. FYI's Lisa Sugart has more on how you can help out this year.
It is definitely a sign of the season, the annual Red Kettle campaign, sponsored by the Salvation Army. And today we are pleased to have in our studios Major Gloria Misla, who is the commanding officer for the Greater Hazleton Salvation Army and its worship center. The red kettles, we see them everywhere. It's synonymous with the holiday season. So the kettle campaign is underway. So tell us where we'll be seeing these kettles out and about.
Yes, we started actually yesterday at the Sure Safe Ghouls in Cunningham. Our good friend John Kara, he always opened his doors, for us to raise some money at this time, which is crucial for us with all the increase of the needs in our community. Yeah.
And we were talking earlier, and you said that need is really growing in every aspect. So what type of items do you need to provide for that you're hoping to raise money for?
Yes, the money that we raise at Christmas this season will help us to put a basket of food at Christmas and help children with clothing and toys and shoes and, some other needs that the family will have.
And it's the economy, I guess, and fires as well. You said that there are a lot of people in need right now.
Yes, a lot of people are being evicted, and the things are going to be thrown out or something, and they are just out in the street with nothing. I've seen families of 4, 3 or 4 children with no means, nothing at all. So we are helping them sometimes, budget, providing with food, with clothing, with shoes, some furniture, or shelter. We send them to a hotel, to a motel close by, and we pay for, 2 or 3 nights while we relocate the families, in some other places. So the needs is increasing in every way. People with no jobs, no food, nothing. Yeah.
That's sad. We want everybody to make sure that they have enough. And you're trying to help in such a wonderful way. You need volunteers, though, to make this campaign successful. So what are you looking for? People to ring the bell, but businesses as well to bring the kettles into their places?
Yes, that is one of our needs, people that would like to volunteer to ring the bells, and also any businesses that would like to have us, ring the bell at their places, at their locations.
Alrighty. And also synonymous with this time of the year, the Salvation Army is also known for its angel trees that we see throughout the community. So where you can take a little card off the tree and buy a gift for a child in need. Are you looking for places to put a tree, or what do you need in that respect?
Yes, our community is wonderful. Again, goals will come and ask, for families to adopt. The community or businesses can adopt families and bring, anything they want, like even bedding things, shoes, clothing, toys, anything that they, might donate to the Salvation Army to help these families.
Now, if you would like to help out, you can call 570-454-1631. And in January, the Salvation Army in Hazleton will open a new renovated kitchen. The Salvation Army in the city serves over 100 people a day food. Coming up on FYI, we'll get you ready for the annual Great American Smokeout, and we'll tell you where 2 Cougar baseball players will be playing in college.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
FYI, Care for Kids time here, and we are back at Brandon's Forever Home, a new home recently purchased for the care of foster and adoption kids. We're with Lori O'Gurkis, the founder, and we are in this new home, which we already told everyone is located on Church Street right here in our hometown, very happy, of Hazleton.
Yes, I'm thrilled. It's funny because when we started this, people said, well, should you be in Wilkes-Barre? Should you be in the Valley? And I said, no, I want it in Hazleton. I want it in the center of Hazleton, because it's a beacon of the goodness that comes out of Hazleton, and it's the people. And it's always been. And that's why it's here, located right in Hazleton. I'm proud of that.
All right, so this mission has really expanded over the course of a couple of months, and there is a mission to provide bags to children in need from foster and adoption care.
Yes, my husband and I were still foster parents, and we typically are on the emergency care list. And it breaks my heart when I see children who come with nothing but their belongings in garbage bags or plastic bags. It is a national problem. It's a local problem. And we're trying to change that immediately. Right. Immediately. It affects a child's life if they're given a garbage bag, as far as being able to go on a journey, with dignity. With dignity.
So we have talked on the segments before about needing to replace those garbage bags, and now, through your help of the community, we're actually being able to do that with purchasing some bags.
Yes, we were able to partner with Paul Lance from Rifkin. He's up in Nanacoke, and he has a bag business, and he was, thankfully enough, he was able to provide these bags for the children. Mm-hmm. We're partnering as well with local dentists who are able to provide dental kits so that the children have dental kits when they first go into care. Typically, they have nothing. They're coming to you in crisis, so they don't have anything. So these bags will be given to every caseworker within the county so that they have bags that the children can put their belongings in if they have any at the time.
So I'm calling on all of my business friends and contacts out there. You can be involved in this great initiative with Brandon's Forever Home bags. If you own a business, anything you want to offer us that we can drop in that bag, whether it be a gift certificate, a movie pass, anywhere for these children to go to eat and experience life like our children can experience, it would be greatly appreciated.
It would be greatly appreciated. It would be greatly appreciated. Typically, you know, there's this perception that foster parents are in it for the money. And in some respects, I'd say, you know what, sometimes I run into that and I don't like it, and I try to affect change when I can regarding that. But typically they're in it because they just love children. And the subsidy doesn't do what it needs to do in order to provide for a child. So we're going to help support the foster families so that they can give their children what they need and not have to worry financially. And the children are going to be able to experience life, a well-rounded life, a great life within the Hazleton community.
Okay, next week we continue our chat here at Brandon's Forever Home, located right on Church Street. You're watching Care for Kids on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Here's one of those time and temperature thingies in downtown Hazleton, and 22 degrees my foot. All right, we may have hit 22 degrees today, but it didn't feel like it. Will the cold temps continue? Let's see. This is our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be mostly clear. The low will be 11, but the wind chill will make it feel like -5 degrees. Wind gusts as high as 28 miles per hour tonight. On the extended forecast, Wednesday, increasing clouds. The wind chill will be -3, but our high will be 23 degrees on Wednesday night. Wind gusts as high as 26 miles per hour. Another windy night. The low will be 21 degrees. On Thursday, partly sunny. High will be 28 degrees. Another windy day. Thursday night, the low will be 21. We'll be spoiled on Friday and Saturday. Partly sunny Friday with a high near 30. Friday night will get down to 17 degrees. On Saturday, mostly sunny. We're getting above freezing, 34 degrees. Saturday night, the low will be 28 degrees.
This Thursday marks the Great American Smokeout, and here to tell us about some programs that will be taking place and how you can quit smoking is Eileen Panzarella, who is the Prevention Director with Pathway to Recovery Counseling and Education Services on Broad Street in Hazleton. Thanks for being here today. Appreciate it. The Great American Smokeout, we hear that every year, but what exactly does it mean?
Well, the Great American Smokeout is held the third Thursday of November. It's the American Cancer Society sponsors it, and it's just the day to get people thinking about quitting smoking and try to do it for one day and hopefully for the rest of their life.
And for your agency as well, you're trying to discourage smoking for some of the youngsters in the schools. So tell us about some of the activities that you are doing and have planned for the rest of the week.
Well, today we were at Maple Manor Elementary School. We have student board of directors, and they were there talking to the sixth graders and showing them some of our anti-tobacco displays and getting them to know that, hey, smoking is not a healthy thing. So tomorrow we will be at Freeland Elementary doing the same thing with the sixth graders. And then on Thursday, we will be at Hazleton Area High School, and we are going to have information tables during all the lunch periods. And we're also going to form a chain of non-smokers that day. We're going to have the kids who don't smoke sign a part of a chain, and just to show everybody how most people do not smoke. It is something that a few do, but most do not.
If people do start smoking, do we see it at a young age, hence you're going into the sixth grade classes?
Yes, we see actually maybe even younger, sometimes 11, 12-year-olds starting to pick up the habit. So we definitely want to hit them at an early age, give them the information they need to make a good choice.
And if somebody watching right now is smoking and says, I want to stop, what can your agency do to help them?
Well, we have a couple things. At our agency, we have our own smoking cessation program. We're funded from Tobacco Free Northeast PA through the Department of Health, and we provide free smoking cessation counseling, and we can also provide the nicotine patch or the gum for free if they come through the program. So it's a a great deal, free, and you could try it and see how it works. If they don't want to come through the agency, they can actually do a phone call. Pennsylvania has a quit line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, and they can call that number, and again, the same thing, have counseling right from their house over the phone, and they can also receive some of the nicotine replacement therapy for free.
Wow, so some great information for anybody out there who either wants to quit themselves or knows someone that smokes and wants to quit. If anybody has any questions and wants to find more information, where can they contact you and how can they contact you?
Yeah, just contact me at the office. It's 570-455-9902, and just ask for Eileen, or just say I want to quit smoking, and they'll direct you my way.
All right. Some very important information today from Pathway to Recovery Counseling and Education Services. You may know them before as Sorrento Gardens in Hazleton, a new name, a new location in the old M&T Bank building on Broad Street in Hazleton, 223 West Broad Street. And as Eileen said, 455-9902 if you'd like to give them a call. And hopefully this Thursday, the Great American Smokeout will be your last day of smoking.
All right, thanks, Lisa. Before we break, here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers on the green screen. The daily number 520, the big 4 6110, Quinto 44372, and treasure hunt 4 8 10 11 30. Even though it's freezing, we'll talk baseball when we come back on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Two more local baseball players have decided where they will be playing their college baseball. Hazleton area's Joey Barron will play at Stony Brook University in Long Island, New York, and his teammate Kyle Rogers will be playing for Kutztown University. A lot of colleges wanted Joey Barron on their roster. When it was time to make his decision, he liked the feel of Stony Brook University.
Just the success of the program, and knowing the reputation of the kind of players they bring in and what they do to their players, and it's just an overall good fit for baseball and academics.
There was also other major factors in his decision-making process.
They want me as a two-way pitcher and outfield, and they think I'm going to make an impact right away as a freshman. So I wanted to play as a freshman.
Is that exciting, getting to still play the outfield and pitch, or is that a major?
Absolutely.
Hazleton area head coach Gino Cara has watched Barron dazzle in the outfield and star on the mound.
He's had numerous looks, and I've fielded an incredible amount of phone calls to where, where do you think he fits in our program? I said, Coach, he can do both. I mean, for 2 years in a row, he has been, as a sophomore and a junior, our top hitter in terms of average and what he does at the plate. And then on the mound, it goes without, it just goes without any question that what he can do on the mound as a left-handed pitcher, the velocity that he throws and the way he pitches and the way he wants the baseball just makes it real special. I mean, it's a special thing when you got a kid like Joey Barron.
Kyle Rogers put a lot of work into the 2014 season. The running, lifting, and work on his mechanics paid off big time for the Cougars and for him as college coaches took notice. Rogers liked the vibe at Kutztown University, and he'll play for the Bears while studying either marketing or sports management.
What did the coaches or recruiters talk to you about?
They just like how I played the game hard and as hard as I could, and just they like my swing, obviously, and they like how I play the outfield and how I run the bases hard.
Cara says Rogers is one of the fastest and strongest guys on his team. Plus, he has this going for him.
He has one of those it factors when the ball comes off his bat, no matter what you teach him, whatever it is. And, it's one of those things where, and college coaches have noticed it, and a lot of the college coaches that I've talked to have noticed it just comes off the mat different. He's got the ability that when it comes off the bat, it's just different than a normal kid of the same size, height, and build. I mean, it explodes off the bat, and that's the thing he's got to do. And he has worked extraordinarily hard on his mechanics to be able to hit the ball more consistently.
Cara is excited for his two players, but he's also excited about the rest of his roster for 2015. He's expecting special things from the defending District 2 Quad A champion Cougars. Kyle Rogers will be playing at Kutztown with his friend and Tamaqua baseball standout Bo Rotette. We'll talk more about baseball tomorrow on FYI with Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman and Russ Kanzler, the Cunningham Crusher, who plays in the Philadelphia Phillies organization. Let's spend the rest of our sports time talking about the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Penguins. They lost 2 of 3 over the weekend. The Pens beat the Lehigh Valley Phantoms on Friday, but they lost to Syracuse and Hershey on Saturday and Sunday. However, they are still in first place in the Eastern Conference East Division. The Penguins host Portland on Wednesday night. Happy Wing Night! It's Wing Night at Bottlenecks. Get $2 off your order of wings or all-you-can-eat wings and boneless wings for only $14.95. Bottlenecks wings are voted best wings in the area year after year.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Eckley Miners Village will be celebrating this holiday season with a visit from Santa on December 13th and 14th. Each day, the auditorium will be filled with the sounds of the seasons by the Eckley Miners players from noon until 4 p.m. Catholic Social Services will also be on hand to accept donations. For more information, please call 570-636-2070. And finally, Hazleton Trinity Lutheran Church will be dedicating a large-scale painting by artist David Corrado on Sunday, November 23rd during their 10:30 a.m. worship service. All are welcome to attend. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Conjetta T. Palco, formerly of Hazleton, Mass is Wednesday at 10 a.m. in the Holy Rosary Church. There will be no public viewing. The Firo Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Marie Popovich of Drums. All services are private and at the convenience of the family. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting with arrangements. Mary Stasko of Hazleton. Services are private from the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Joseph E. Lehman of Whitehaven. Arrangements will be announced by the Lehman Family Funeral Service. Marion Shive of Whitehaven. Funeral is Wednesday at 11 a.m. from the Lehman Family Funeral Service. Friends may call Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m. or Wednesday from 10 to 11 a.m. Lucy Kukalis of Freeland. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. Joan Millardy of Hazleton. Services are private and under the direction of the John J. Pustai Funeral Home. And Mary Jane Johnson of Hazleton. Memorial is Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Hazleton Community Church. The Cropton Hughes Funeral Home is assisting the family.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name on FYI, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner is Mike Ansbach of Mahanoy City. Mike, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104, to win your free pay-per-view movie.
Remember that special Sam LaSancho will air on SSPTV on Tuesday night, so stay tuned for that this evening. Thanks for watching FYI. We'll be back tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.